This is case study 1. Madeline Mary. So, today's learning task. Mr. Washington wants his students to do a research project, and he wants them to use the visual arts standard that states that students must make, explain, and justify connections between artists or artwork in social, cultural, and political history. Students will be working in small groups, and they will be assigned to study a certain historical period. Then students will have to explain connections between the works of 4 to 5 artists. Some of the goals. Students must have the three phases. The first phase is going to be the brainstorm phase, where they all share their ideas together. And then synthesizing is going to be where they combine their ideas and edit them. And then the final phase will be the creating phase, where they will assemble a final presentation of their ideas. The second goal is Mr. Washington wants to be able to use a formative assessment to check the student's progress. And the final goal is Mr. Washington wants to be able to give feedback on their work through each phase whenever he wants. Some of the challenges Mr. Washington has come across. He hasn't been able to find a technology that supports all 3 kinds of collaborative thinking, so he wants one that will be able to support that. He also needs to be able to access who has contributed what to the project, so he is able to grade them efficiently on what they have done to help their group out. He also wants the students' work while they work with their group during the project to be private within their group, but also include him, and then he wants the final project to be viewable by all students in the class. So the technology that I have picked out for Mr. Washington is called Stormboard. It is you just go to stormboard.com. So once you are there, you are going to hit the sign up for free button. You'll enter your name, your email, and your password, and it is going to ask you if you're creating an educator or a student account. So I'm going to log into my account. Once you log in, it is going to show you your dashboard. This is going to have all your storms open, and then close is going to be the ones that you don't want anymore that you deleted. So you have your open storms, and it'll show that you're an educator in the top left, and then it'll have any tasks that you have to complete over here. So what we're going to do is create a storm. From here you're going to title it, so we're going to say this is group 1. And you're going to hit the educator storm, so you're able to invite unlimited users. So there are many different templates that you could choose from. However, I think for this project, just a basic template will do. So the basic template gives you 3 different sections to use. So we are going to just go in and customize this section. And we're going to edit it, and we're going to have the first one, the brainstorming. Edit the second one, and now this one is synthesizing. And we're going to edit the last one, and have this the creating. You could also put in a description if you wanted, so you could say like final project. Edit and add in. And you could edit that for all of them. The next thing we're going to do is go over the different buttons that are here. So the first one will take you to your account. You can go to your dashboard or create another storm, your account. The next one's going to be the search. You can search for anything in the storm. Next one's the chat. This is going to allow you to chat with anyone that is in the storm. The activity will give you an activity feed of what others have done in the storm. So this will be good for Mr. Washington to see who did what. Tasks. This is where all your tasks are going to show up if you have any. So Mr. Washington can add tasks for different students in the group, or the students can assign tasks to each other. And then this will be where you go to all the tasks, and this will be completed tasks. Trash, if you want to just restart the whole thing, you can just trash the whole storm. The next is the legend. This is going to have different colors for when you are creating your sticky notes to add on to the template. So what Mr. Washington could go ahead and do is assign all the students to a different color. So we're just going to make up some names here for the group. And then we're going to give Mr. Washington his own color if he wants to be able to add to the project. Down here, under actions, this is where you can email different users, add or remove users, invite users. This is where you're going to be able to invite them. There are 3 ways you can invite users on Stormboard. So you can copy the link and give it to them. You can give them the Storm ID and key, and they'll go on their dashboard and enter that in. Or you can invite them via email, and you can enter up to 20 at a time. There are 2 different ways you could invite people. You could use the contributor or the viewer. However, if you wanted to use the viewer, you would have to upgrade your account and pay for it. But the contributor will work. With that being said, if you are just using the contributor view, you will have to create 2 storms for each group. One will be for them to view, and the other will be so that they can add the other people, and it'll just be their final projects that they want the others to see. The next button is the settings. This is just general features, and you can change the different colors, the style, the font if needed. The next is the import. If you want to be able to import images or text from different files, you can. And then this is how you get to the different templates. Alrighty, next we're going to go over how Mr. Washington can use this. So we're going to just enter in some things quick. We're going to add in sticky notes of different students. They also can draw. They can have collaborative sessions where they write together. They can add images, videos, or they can use an index card instead of a post-it note. So we're going to plug this in brainstorming. So students will be able to take these different artists and their different histories, and if you click on the sticky note, you can have an arrow and drag it to what you want to. So these are the different cultural histories that some of the students came up with for the first artist. And then there's a political history, so that's to artist 3. And they would do this for all of them. And then they'll be able to see all of them and combine them. So then for this one, when they get to the synthesizing section, they'll be able to combine the 2 cultural histories and just have one for the artist one. This is where Mr. Washington can come in, and you can comment on it. Anyone can comment on it, so other group members could as well. And you can give feedback, ask questions about it. And then say Mr. Washington wants to add a post-it note, he could assign a task to Billy. And this is where, when it's on here, if he needs something to be like fixed about Billy's on the brainstorming idea, he could go in and hit this assign a task and assign it to, once you have other users in the storm, you invite them, it'll pop up, but we'll just say for now that this is Billy. We're going to assign it to Billy. And then when you go up in the top right hand corner, you can see the tasks. You can see all the tasks. So this is the task to Billy. Once Billy completes it, you can hit this circle. That'll show that it's completed, and will show up in your completed task list. Alright, so now that the students once they have all 3 sections filled out, or in the middle of Mr. Washington, for the formative assessment, can choose a random day that he gives to all the students. Maybe halfway through the project, he says, this day I am going to be checking them. So he checks them all, sees how far along they are, see if they're going to be able to get through it all by the time the project due date comes, and he can see if the students are understanding the material, and if they are not, he's able to change their lesson plans for the next day and explain whatever needs to be explained if he sees a trend on what students aren't understanding. And then once they have all 3 of these done, that's when they can get their next, that's when they can get another storm and just put this creating one. Or they can edit this section if they're doing a presentation, make the size bigger horizontally so that it takes up the whole screen, and then they can invite all the users. Obviously they'll get the whole thing, but if they're just presenting it, they can go into the settings, the actions, and then focus everyone on my position, so they'll just see that creating section. Alright, going back to the PowerPoint. Alright, so students were able to have all 3 phases. Mr. Washington is able to complete a formative assessment check, and then he's able to give feedback through the comments, the chat, the assigning tasks, through any phase because he has access at all time. All 3 collaborative thinkings are able to be involved in this one technology. He's able to access who contributed what to the project, at what time, and then he's also able to have it private and then viewable by all students just for the final project. So, I think overall Stormboard is a really good option for Mr. Washington and this project, and I hope he considers it.